Good evening, y'all. Good evening. Good evening. It is New Year's Eve, and we are about to get ready. And I'm going to give you guys a full, uncut, raw. Get ready with me. We're going to do everything hair, makeup in this live tonight. So I hope you guys are having a good week and just excited for the new year. I can't believe like this is literally the last day of the year. Like 2024 just seems like it just flew by so fast. Like I just can't believe it. I can't believe it. And I hope my girl Miss Kaya jumps on. I'm gonna definitely be looking out for her name when she comes on because my girl was asking like, am I gonna go live? Am I gonna go live? And I definitely could not end the year without coming back live and chopping it up with you guys and doing some hair and makeup, of course. So I'm just going to get myself together before I jump into doing this hair and makeup. I think I'm gonna do hair first before makeup tonight, just so that way everything kind of flows easily for me. So first thing that I'm going to do is do my edges. So tonight I'm going to show you guys a full step-by-step process of me installing my wig, doing my makeup, all of the things. So, hey mom, hey girl. Let me know, is the music too loud or is it good? Let me know the volume on the music. Give me like a comment. Let me know how the music is. But I think I normally use like an edge control when I'm slicking my edges back. So today I'm going to use the Baskin Leather edge. I always say Baskin Leather. Is it Baskin? Oh, it is Baskin Leather edge control. I'm going to use the Baskin Leather edge control to smooth my edges back before I put my wig cap on. And I'm definitely not a ball cap girly. I do not like... Hey Rose, thanks for joining. I'm getting ready for New Year's Eve. So I don't like the ball cap. You really don't hear it. You just hear me talking. So I could just hear it. It's not too loud. Can you SB to me? Does that mean subscribe? Okay. Yes, Kaylee, I will check out. This message is held for review. Okay, I'll look at it. But yes, I will check your page out once I get off of live. But yeah, like I was saying, I am not a ball cap girly. I really don't like it. I feel like it pulls out your edges. I don't care how good you lay it down. Just over time, that pressure, it just pulls out your edges in my opinion. So I'm just gonna put my wig cap on and then put my wig on. But I'm first gonna slick my edges back with the Baskin Leather Edge Control. This edge control, it just smells super duper good and it does have a good hold. So like I said, y'all, I'm giving y'all the raw, uncut, no filter. Like I'm gonna show you guys from beginning to end. We're gonna go through this whole process together to transform for New Year's. So I'm just gonna take an edge brush and dip that into my edge control to smooth my edges back. And I don't do anything fancy. I just brush the edge control into my edges and I take my finger and just go back over it and kind of like press the edge control into my hair. So that way I don't have any pieces of my hairline in the way when I go in to melt the lace. And tonight I'm actually gonna wear I think I wanna say it's one of my favorite wigs from 2024 that I have reviewed. So we're gonna do like a little slight throwback with this wig option for tonight. And I'm just going across my entire hairline, applying the edge control. And can you guys believe that it's already December 31st? Like 2024 just literally flew by. Like it really feels like it was just Thanksgiving and we're already at New Year's. Like this is just so crazy to me. And I just like how easy, hi Kaylee, I like how easy this edge control just smooths in on your edges. And it smells super duper good. So this is literally the first thing that I do every time that I put on a wig. I don't normally show this. I show it sometimes in my tutorials, but simply all I do is smooth back my edges. You can go in with like a blow dryer and blow dry your edges as well, so that way everything just is nice and held back. But I'm only gonna wear this wig for tonight, so I'm not gonna do that step. And then if I was gonna be wearing my wig for a longer time, I would go in with some oil and like on my scalp, but I'm just gonna wear it for tonight. So now I'm gonna go ahead and put my wig cap on. I like to wear like light brown wig caps that kind of mimic my scalp color. And again, like I said, I don't do the ball cap method. So all I'm gonna do is place the cap and tuck my braids into the cap and make sure that it's across my hairline. And I'm just gonna slightly make sure that my edges are covered as much as possible. And bam, this is literally my go-to foundation underneath my wig. So I just smooth my edges back and put on my ball cap. And now I'm going to get my wig ready. So the wig that I'm gonna wear tonight, I will say it probably is one of my favorite, maybe my favorite wig that I have from 2024. This is the Outre Perfect Hairline Wig in the style Malibu. And I have the color Cream Ombre 3D R4 Cream Ombre. It's like a blonde and then it has dark ends. If you want to see like the full initial review and install of this unit, definitely make sure you check out my channel because I do have a video of this wig. So I already have, because since I've been wearing it, I already have like my lace tint that's already on it, and I've already cut the lace off. So this is what the wig is looking like, and I haven't worn it in a while, so I just want y'all to see this is what it's giving straight out the backs. We got a little bit of tangling right here. So before I reapply the wig, I am going to get this tangling out and make sure it's nice and tangle free before I actually apply the wig. If I can find me a good comb. And you can use like a wide tooth comb or a brush to detangle your wig. So I'm gonna start from the ends and just start to detangle. So that way it'll be easier for me to apply it. And we are going to work. How do I do this? Okay. So again, I'm just taking my wide tooth comb to comb out the wig. I'm still gonna comb it again once I put it on my head, but I'm just trying to make it easier since it was a little bit, has some tangles in it from it sitting in the box, because I haven't worn it in a couple of weeks. And give me one moment, y'all. One second. All right, y'all. So yeah, hate will definitely be blocked. So definitely don't come on my channel with no hate, because I will block you really quickly. Anyways, y'all, back to the wig install. So here I'm just taking my wide tooth comb so I can comb out some of the tangles. And I am going to comb it out some more once I apply it. So with my wigs, I always like to take the adjustable straps that are at the bottom and I crisscross them over each other so that way I have a lot of tension on the back of the nape. So that's what I have going on right here. It's already crisscrossed. And this wig, it does come with an adjustable elastic band, so I will be able to tighten it up when I apply it. So when I do my wig applications for my reinstalls, I go ahead and just put the wig on my head and I get it in position for where I want it to be. So before I actually apply the wig, I just like to get it in position of where I want it. I think I'm going to do, I don't know if I want to do a middle, do it in the middle tonight, or if I want to do a side part. Let's see. Do I want to do the side part? Y'all let me know. Should we do a side part or a middle part? I don't know. I feel like the side part is definitely grown and sexy, so I don't know. Side part or middle part? I think I'm gonna do side part tonight just because it's okay, Daryl. I definitely understand, but it's okay. We gonna keep the show going on. It's all good. But I appreciate you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. But yeah, no negativity going into 2025. We are not having that at all. So let's see. I don't know. Should we do middle part or side parts? Middle or side? Cause I love a middle part. Like I stay with a middle part. Side part, okay. Yeah, I think I'm gonna switch it up and do the side part. Cause I'll always do a middle part. So now that I have the wig positioned where I want it to go, I'm gonna start my melting process. So for my wig melt, ooh, I'm going to use some wig spray. And y'all, not my wig spray, not where I thought it was. But it's okay. I'll improvise. I'm going to use... I haven't used this wig spray in a long time. And I'm only grabbing it just because I don't have what I want to use in front of me right now. So I'm going to use the Ebin Wonder Adhesive. This is the Extreme Firm Active Hold. And I'm going to be doing a glueless install. So just to make sure my wig doesn't get in the way, I'm going to take some clips and just clip it out of my face just to make everything a lot smoother and easier. And I do have some alcohol in a bottle. So I'm just going to take that and spray that across the hairline and not get it in my eye. Please don't get it in your eye. So I have the alcohol on my hairline just so that way we have a nice clean base for the spray to go onto. And also I'm gonna go in with the Ebin Skin Protector as well. So I'm just gonna spray that. And I believe this skin protector, does it have alcohol in it too? Or is it just, no, it doesn't have alcohol in it. It has mainly water. So I'm gonna go ahead and spray that. So I'm gonna let that sit for a few seconds before I go in with the spray and just fan it in place. And when I'm doing a reinstall, I just spray the whole entire hairline at one time. You can spray it in sections if you want to. If you're a beginner, I definitely would suggest doing it in sections. So that way you can do each section at a time. But I'm just gonna spray a layer of this right in front of my hairline. So I'm not really getting the spray on my hair. I'm spraying it on my skin right in front of my hairline. And I'm gonna take my blow dryer, and I'm gonna use my blow dryer on a cool setting. On the cool setting to help get the spray nice and tacky. I used to normally use like a warm setting when I do this part, but I'm sorry, I feel like I'm yelling at y'all. So when I do the blow dryer, I used to do like a warm setting, but I just felt like it dried it too fast. So I'm using a cool setting on my blow dryer to tack down the spray. And I'm actually gonna go in with one more layer of this. So again, I'm taking the Ebin Extreme Firm Hold Spray and just spraying that right in front of my hairline on my skin. Ooh, it done got on my nose, y'all. All right, and again, we're gonna blow dry that on cool. Okay, and now I'm just gonna go ahead and pretty much place the wig right on top of the spray where I sprayed it at. And I'm gonna press the lace into my skin as well. And also, since I have the straps adjusted in the back, it's already creating some tension on my head. So now I like to go back in with my blow dryer on the warm setting and take my rat tail comb, and I'm just gonna press that into the lace across my hairline. Okay, and now I'm gonna put my melting band on just so that way I can get this lace to be a little bit more melted into my skin. And I'm actually gonna apply a little bit more spray because I got this piece that's lifting up. So I'm gonna take my clips and just clip this back out of my way. And I'm gonna clip this side up. And I know, and the lace is actually sitting a little awkwardly on my ear just because I shifted the wig, but that's okay. We're not gonna be able to see that. But this is what it's looking like. And I'm just gonna apply a little bit more spray right here on this section. And I'm just gonna lift it up and go back in with a little bit more spray. And then take my rat tail comb and press that lace in and blow dry it. Okay. All right. So now we got the wig on. I'm gonna go ahead and tie my melt band across it. And let me get a scrunchie. Ooh. All right. And when I put my melt band on, I like to kind of stretch and pull. ouch. I'm gonna stretch and pull my melt band over the lace and just loosely tie it in the back. And when you apply your melt band, that's gonna create more pressure and basically melt the lace into your skin. So I'm gonna let that sit while I start to do my makeup. And I think I'm gonna do eyes first tonight. The shirt that I'm wearing tonight, it's very glittery, so I don't know if I want to do glitter on the eyes as well or if I want to keep the eyes neutral. I haven't quite decided just yet what I'm gonna do, but we will see. So I already did my skin prep before I came on the live. So I did my moisturizer and my cleanser. Well, I cleanse first, then I moisturize. So I'm gonna go in with 2 primers. I'm gonna use the Milk Hydro Grip Primer. And I'm also going to use the, do I wanna use one size on So Dawn? Matter of fact, I'm just gonna use 1 primer. So I'm gonna go in with my Milk Hydro Grip. You already know I love this primer so much because it doesn't matter what type of skin you have. As long as you have skin, this primer definitely does the job when it comes to gripping the foundation and just making it last all night long. So I just love using this primer. A little bit of it goes a long way, and it just always feels super duper cool out of the bottle. Like, I don't know what type of technology they use on this product, but every time that I apply it to my skin, it just has a nice cooling sensation that I love so much. So I'm just gonna rub that all in and let that get tacky. And you know that this primer is ready because once you touch it, you'll have like, it'll feel tacky. I'm gonna place a little bit on the forehead. Not too much because I am gonna go back in later and apply my product to the forehead. And we are gonna do eyebrows first. So before I go in with my brow product, I like to mattify my eyebrows, and I'm gonna be using my Laura Mercier translucent setting powder to do that. And I'm gonna use a fluffy eyeshadow brush to apply that powder. And the reason why I go in with this translucent powder before I do my eyebrows is because it helps the product just show up a lot better for me. And it does keep my eyebrows from getting oily throughout the day or the night. So I'm just gonna take that translucent powder on a fluffy brush and just pack that in all over my eyebrows. And this almost kind of gives like the same effect as the primer. It's gonna prep your eyebrows for the product that's gonna go on it and keep your eyebrows from getting oily. OMG, it's already 5:40, y'all. My goal is to be done 7:30, 7 o'clock. That is my goal. Because I do have a New Year's Eve service that I'm going to tonight to bring in the new year. So I don't want to be being late. We can't go into the new year being late. Can't do that. So to fill in my eyebrows, I'm going to use the Morphe Micro Eyebrow Pencil. This is in the color Java. And I'm just going to follow the natural shape of my eyebrows. My eyebrows are pretty full, so I don't have to do too much. But I'm just gonna follow the natural shape of my eyebrows. So the first thing that I do is brush my eyebrow hairs, going away from the face. So I'm brushing them up and backwards. And the one thing that I do like about this product is you get the spoolie on one side and then the pencil on the other side. So it's literally like a 2-in-1, which I love. And I'm gonna start with the bottom of the eyebrow, and I'm going to outline the shape of my natural eyebrows. So I'm starting about right where the middle of my eye is, and I'm just going to underline and outline the bottom of my eyebrow until I get to the tail, just like that. And then I'm gonna go on top of the eyebrow and connect the top line to the bottom line. So I'm just going to draw a line connecting the two together. So that's pretty much the outline, and then I'll go back in, and if I see any sparse areas, I will fill those in. And this is pretty much the rough draft of what the eyebrow looks like. And I'm going to do the same thing on the other side. So I'm just simply outlining the natural shape of my eyebrows. And I'm just going to connect the top line to the bottom line. And fill in whatever areas that I feel are sparse. And this is what the eyebrows look like. And when it comes to doing eyebrows, I feel like the best part is concealer, because if you make any mistakes or feel like you made them too thick or too long or anything like that, you can always go back in with the concealer to shape everything up. So I'm gonna go in with the Born This Way Too Faced concealer in the color Cookie, and I'm gonna use that to be like my highlighting shade. And I'm only gonna apply this shade because it's so bright, like right underneath my brow bone. So that's gonna give me like a nice pop, as if like I just got my eyebrows done, because as you guys can see, I definitely need my eyebrows done. But this is gonna give that same effect by using a lighter concealer. And then I'm gonna go in with another concealer closer to the front. So I'm gonna use the color Butterscotch right in the front. This is gonna give me a pop as well, but it's not as bright as Cookie. So that way it can blend in a little bit better with the rest of the makeup. And I'm just gonna apply that underneath. And you guys, today as I was getting ready, preparing myself for my live today, I was doing a lot of cleaning. And y'all, I came across some of my old like journals and diaries from like past years, and it was just so interesting just to see like how I was thinking in years prior to now, and just seeing the growth and the transformation. So one thing that I am looking forward to in 2025 is just more personal development and within myself. So, and one thing that I also realized too, I never finish a journal. I keep buying a new journal each year. So I'm gonna try to do a digital journal this year and save some trees for 2025. So to carve out my eyebrows, I am going to be using the e.l.f. concealer brush. It's like a small, flat, rounded brush. And I'm going to start with the front of the eyebrow first. And I'm simply just outlining or tracing my eyebrow to make the desired shape that I want. And I like this brush because it's super duper small and you can get really close to the eyebrow without messing up the shape that you're trying to create. So I simply just keep getting closer and closer and closer to my eyebrow until I have the desired shape that I'm going for. And then I'll go in and do the brow bone highlighted area. And just like that, we have done that eyebrow. I'm going to do the same thing on the other side. I'm just going to take the remaining concealer and just follow the natural shape of my eyebrow until I get to the end where the tail is. And I'm just also blending those two concealers into each other as well. So when I say blending, I'm just simply taking the brush and patting it into both of those concealers so that way they blend together nice and smoothly. And you guys, your eyebrows are not going to look identical. They are going to look like best friends, maybe even cousins, but they are not going to look like identical twins. Like when I first started doing my makeup, I used to like really beat myself up so much about trying to get my eyebrows to be super duper identical. But honestly, my eyebrows look, to me, I feel like they look different every single time that I do them. But as long as they're on point, it don't matter. So now I'm going to blend out the rest of this concealer, and I'm using a fluffy brush. And I'm just going to do patting motions to blend out this concealer, so that way when I go in to apply my eyeshadow, everything will just blend in together smoothly. And y'all, it feels like I haven't done my makeup in such a long time. I don't know why that is. Maybe because I've been like in the house. I don't know. I just feel like I haven't done my makeup in such a long time. And you guys also let me know whenever you are watching this if you prefer the live makeup tutorials over the pre-recorded tutorials. Let me know that, because I'm thinking for 2025 I'm going to be more live with you guys, because I'm able to answer questions like in real time right then and there. And I still will always go back and check my comments, because I love to hear you guys' thoughts and opinions and just be helpful and respond back to you guys. So definitely let me know if you guys want more live tutorials versus the pre-recorded versions. Okay. And once I have everything blended out to my liking, you can go in with a concealer on top to carve out the top of your brows. But I've been liking lately to just go in with my foundation when I get to my foundation step. So that's what I'm going to do tonight. So for my foundation, I'm going to go in with my Holy Grail. She's been holding me down. I love her so much. I'm going to be using the NARS Naturally Radiant Longwear Foundation in the color Macao. And I'm going to just apply a pump of that on both cheeks, on my chin, and on my nose. A little bit of this foundation definitely does go a long way. And before I blend out the foundation, I am going to go... What do I got planned? I am going to a New Year's Eve service this evening. That's how I'm going to bring in the new year. What about you? And what are you guys? Y'all let me know what your plans are for the new year this evening. And I'm going in with the Too Faced Born This Way concealer in the color Chestnut. And I'm using that for color correcting underneath my eyes and over top of my lip. And before I blend everything out, I'm going to go in with the Morphe Continuous Setting Spray. And I like to continuously set my makeup throughout the process. I feel like that gives me the most longevity with my makeup. So I'm just going to spray that all over. And I'm going to blend out the concealer before I go into the foundation. So I'm going to go back in with a fluffy brush. Let me see which one I want to use. I'm going to use the... Great. I'm going to watch the countdown. Are you watching it on TV or are you actually in New York? And this is the Real Techniques 402 brush, and I'm going to use that to blend out the concealer on my lip and underneath my eye before I blend out the foundation. I always think that's such a classic thing to do, to watch the countdown on TV. Look, it's nothing wrong with that. I like when I do stay home for New Year's, I do watch it on TV as well. Look, it would be nice one day to go to New York and see the countdown live in New York. I think I had a friend that did that before. I think they went to New York and saw it. I think they're having, aren't they having like a TV special this year? I forget who's doing it. For like during the countdown. Yeah, that would be cool. So now I'm going to blend out my foundation with the Real Techniques. This is the 202 brush, the Instapot face brush. And I'm just going to tap the foundation all over. So I'm just using light tapping motions to blend the foundation in all over the skin. Not sure. I'm not sure. I feel like I kept seeing lots of commercials about some type of like, I guess it was like a live concert that they're doing on TV for the countdown this year. I'm not for sure. I might not be quoting it correctly, but I feel like that's what I was seeing all over. And when you are blending out your foundation, you always want to make sure that you go down on your jawline and up in your ears, so that way everything blends together seamlessly. And I am going to go back in and apply more foundation on my forehead once I take this band off. So this is what our foundation is looking like. And I am going to go ahead and take that band off because it's starting to hurt. I'm not going to lie. It is starting to hurt a little bit. So let me go ahead and clip my hair up out the way. And take off this band. And I don't leave my band on no longer than like 10. Would you ever do a green? I have done a green wig, like a green and blue wig. I have done one of those before. Ooh. All right. Ooh, feel like I could see the future with that. Okay, so now we got it nice and it's not going anywhere. So I do have a little bit of white residue, and y'all, I did shift my wig, so that's why it's not laying flatly on this side, but I'm gonna take some alcohol to get that white residue off. So anytime that you lay down a wig and you have like some white residue, all you have to do is take some alcohol and go over it and it'll come right off. So I'm just using my finger to get that alcohol on those areas. And just like that, it's no longer white anymore. And now I can take what is left on my foundation brush and apply that on my forehead. So that way everything blends in nice and seamlessly. And I am gonna take a little bit more foundation, just a little dot on my brush, and just apply a little bit more on the forehead. And I'm also putting a little bit across the lace as well, so that way everything blends in together. Now you can do baby hairs with this look if you wanted to, but me personally, for this style that I'm going for with this wig tonight, I wanted to look a little bit, I don't even know what the word is that I'm trying to think of, but I want to do a no baby hair look. That's what I'm going for, a no baby hair look tonight. And since I did do it in the side part, I can kind of get away with not having to do any edges. So that's kind of another reason why I like being able to be versatile with the wigs. But while we do the rest of the makeup, I am going to keep the hair clipped out of my face, just so that way it doesn't get in the way. And honestly, now when you say green, are we talking like forest green, candy apple green? Because I have done like a teal, green, blue combination before, but that was like a long time ago. But I wouldn't be opposed to it if that is something that you guys want to see. If y'all want to see me in a green wig, I definitely wouldn't mind it. So now I'm going to go in to highlights and contour or bronze. So I'm going to go in with the Born This Way Too Faced Concealer in the color Butterscotch. And I'm also going to mix that with the e.l.f. Camo Concealer in the color, what color is this one? Deep Caramel, because this concealer is pretty hydrating. So I'm just going to place a dot of that right underneath my eye, well, in the inner corner of my eye. And then I'm also going to take a little bit on the outer corner. And I'm going to do the same thing on the other side, a dot in the inner corner and drag it up on the outer corner. And I'm just going to take a little bit of the Born This Way and place that right on top of it. These two colors are pretty similar. So this is Deep Caramel and Butterscotch. They're almost identical, but I just like the coverage of the Born This Way and the hydration from the Camo Concealer. So I'm just mixing both of those together. And then I'm going to take the Born This Way concealer on the bridge of my nose. And a little bit of this concealer goes a long way. So I just need a little dot like that. A little dot on the button of the nose, a dot on the chin, and that's it for me. You can also apply concealer like on your forehead, on your upper lip. You can snatch out your jawline. The one thing that I love about makeup, that there is no rules to makeup. You can do it however you would like to do it for yourself, but it is important to know your face shape so that way you can get the desired look that you want. So I want a more lifted under eye, so that's why I placed the concealer on the outer corners of the eye. And I'm gonna let the under eye sit a little bit more so it can get more full coverage, but I'm gonna go ahead and blend out my chin and my nose. So to blend out my chin, I'm going to use the Real Techniques 402 brush. This is the setting brush, and I'm just gonna do light tapping motions. And this, like a green apple, I would want to have a whole entire look with it. So maybe like, well, I think Poison Ivy is more of a darker green. So I would have to come up with a look for it. Like maybe like a makeup look to go with it. But green apple, I could do that. I could definitely do that. I would have to find something. I don't know if I would want to do like highlights or the whole wig green or like the ends green. But I have not done that shade of green before. So I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. Because I do need to do a poll and ask you guys, what are some things you guys want to see from my videos in 2025? What type of looks do you guys want me to see? So once I have the concealer blended out to my liking, I always go back in with my foundation brush. And I just like to go back over the edges so that way everything blends in together and it's not like a harsh transition from the concealer and the foundation. You think that will, I mean, I think I haven't done it yet. So I think like if I were to do something like that, I would need to have a very popping like eyeshadow, like a cut crease, glitter, something. Highlights. Yeah, like I'm picturing kind of like highlighted like this, like maybe blonde and green. I think that will look good. That would probably look really good. Okay, so now we got the chin highlight blended out. I'm gonna use a smaller brush to blend out my nose highlight. This is the Morphe M431 brush. It's a really tiny little brush. And I'm gonna use that one to blend out my nose highlight. And I'm doing the same thing. I'm just doing tapping motions. And with this concealer, like I said, a little bit goes a long way. So that one little dot, I'm able to do the entire bridge of my nose and just drag the concealer down. And I'm just doing light tapping motions. I was telling them earlier, one thing that I think I'm gonna try for 2025 is a digital journal, because I was doing some cleaning earlier, you guys, and I found like 5 or 10 journals from like the past few years that I never finished. I never finished them, but I don't want to keep abusing the trees and keep getting new journals each year. So I want to save the trees, and I think I'm gonna try a digital journal. I feel like my phone is always with me, so that would be a good idea to have it digital, but I really like to write things down, so we'll see. But I think I'm gonna go the digital route this year for journaling. Okay, now I have my nose blended out to my liking, and I'm gonna go in and blend out the under eyes. And I'm gonna use a flat concealer brush to blend out the under eye. And again, I'm just doing tapping motions. And you want to try your best to kind of look up too while you're doing this as well. It will help with the creasing. And with my under eye concealer, I like to keep it in a triangular shape. So that's going to give me a nice lifted effect. So with the concealer, I don't go too far down up in where my nostril is right here. So I'll keep it right in this area. And that's why we're doing tapping motions, because we don't really want to move the product from where we placed it at. We want to have control with it. And I just love how that concealer blends out. Like, it literally looks like butter, y'all. This is my favorite concealer combination because I feel like my under eyes don't feel dried out when I use the Hydrating Camo Concealer. But you still get the full coverage with the Born This Way concealer as well. Okay. Now, before I set my concealer in place, I am going to go back in with my foundation brush because as you guys can see, we have concealer and then foundation. So that way we can blend everything together. We're going to take the foundation brush and just go along the side of the concealer, that outer edge. And bam, just like that, it just blends the line away. And literally the major thing when it comes to doing makeup is blending. Blending is going to be your best friend when it comes to doing your makeup. And I'm also going to go in and blend out the side as well. And to set the concealer in place, I'm going to use the Laura Mercier powder in the color Translucent Honey. So it has more of like a yellow tinted shade to it. This is what that one looks like. And before I actually apply it, I am going to go back in with my concealer brush one more time. So I'm just going to take a powder puff, dip that into the powder. And I'm just going to take it and smooth it on the back of my hand. This is going to make sure that I have a nice thin layer on my powder puff. And because whatever you set with the powder is going to stay in place. So I have my powder puff in my hand. I'm going to take my brush that I was using to blend out the concealer. And I'm just going to go back in and blend right underneath the under eye. So that way I can get rid of any lines that may have came or any creasing. And then take the powder puff and I'm going to press it in. Now it's up to you. You can press the powder in, you can bake the powder, meaning just let the powder sit. It's really up to you. And y'all, whoo, that was a lot of powder, but it's okay because we can dust it off. We can dust it away. So I'm just going to take a big fluffy brush and just dust that extra powder away. And that's the one thing that I do like about makeup. It's so easy to be able to correct your mistakes. So even though I put all that powder up there, all you have to do is just dust it away. Just like that. And bam, it's gone. And I'm also going to take a little bit and dab that on the chin and also go down the bridge of my nose too. Now with my nose, I do let it sit up there for a few seconds, but with my chin, I'm going to dust that away, girl. Now you can bake, but with baking, you just have to be careful because if you let it sit too long, you will get flashback. So with my nose, I just let that sit for a few seconds. So as long as it's going to take me to blend out the concealer on this side, that's when I'll wipe away my nose powder. And we're going to do the same thing on the other side. So I'm going to take my flat concealer brush and I'm just going to start pressing the concealer so I can blend it out using light tapping motions. I'm tapping, I'm not swiping. If you swipe your brush, it will create creases or extra lines in your concealer. So I'm just tapping the concealer until I have it blended out to my liking. And again, with the under eye highlight, we're keeping it in a triangular shape so that way we can get a lifted effect. Okay. And before we set the concealer, I'm going to go back in with the foundation brush and just blend out the edges. And this has literally become like my favorite steps with makeup. Like I used to not highlight and bronze my skin. Like I don't know what I was doing. I was just putting on foundation. I can't believe that's how I used to do my makeup so long ago when I first started wearing makeup. Okay. And before we set that, I am just going to dust away the remaining powder on my nose. And I'm going to dip my powder puff back into the translucent powder. Get a nice layer of that. Wipe the excess off on the back of my hand. And then we're going to go back in and blend our under eye one more time, just so that way we can make sure we don't have any creasing. Because if you just go straight in with your powder puff and set it, you will set those lines in place. And I'm just going to press that powder in all underneath my under eye. And another way that I do like to do it sometimes too is sometimes I'll go in with the MAC Studio Fix press powder in the color NC45, and I'll apply the press powder first, then the loose powder. Or sometimes I'll do it like I'm doing tonight and just go in with the loose powder, but it really just depends on what I'm just feeling in that moment. But the key to it is just making sure that before you apply your powder, you go back in with your concealer brush to set the concealer again, so that way you don't have any creasing. So this is what our under eyes are looking like. Nice and popping and lifted. So now I'm gonna go in and we're gonna add some warmth to the cheeks. So I'm going to use the Black Opal foundation stick. This is in the color Suede Mocha. And I'm just gonna take that and apply that on the high points of my cheekbones. And I'm not gonna do my forehead just because I have a side part going on, so you're not even gonna see it anyway. But I am gonna do my nose. And lately, I've been noticing on TikTok, the girls have been just doing like the upper bridge part, not the full nose. So I'm gonna try that tonight. I've been loving that lately. So I'm just gonna dab. This is like an angled brush. I'm not sure where I even got this brush from, but I'm just gonna take that and dab that into the foundation stick. And I'm just gonna go down this top portion of the bridge of my nose. So normally I would go all the way down. Funko Pops. What is that? I'm not for sure exactly what that is. You'll have to let me know what it is. So I'm taking the angled foundation brush, the angled eyeshadow brush, and I'm just going to place the bronzer right where the top of the bridge of the nose is. And I'm just going to keep it right there. So normally I would drag it all the way down and like go around the button of my nose, but I'm just going to keep it right in the top portion of my nose. And I'm just going to do tapping motions to kind of blend that out. And I do like to blend my bronzer into my eyebrows, because I just feel like that gives like a good transition. I feel like I've heard of small action figures. They're collectibles. Oh, that sounds pretty cool. I want to say I think I follow someone on Instagram that collects them. Do they have like small round little black eyes like all of the little characters? Cause that does sound pretty cool. I think I've seen them before. If that's what it is, let me know if that's exactly what you're talking about. Cause I think that's what it is. Okay, see, okay, I know something. I know a little something, something. They do look pretty cool. So with those, is it just like, is it a particular genre or character, or can you get that with like literally anything? Because I have seen those. They do look pretty cool. Yeah, I think I do like that. Not going all the way down. Y'all let me know. Do we like stopping the bronzer in this area and not going all the way down? I feel like it gives it more like of a soft glam appearance to it. It's not like super sculpted, but it's still giving like a snatched nose, which I do like. And I'm just further blending it out into my eyelid because I haven't put any eyeshadow or anything on my eyelid yet, so I'm just blending that out. I like that. I like that. So I'm going to take the Real Techniques. They have different categories: anime, movies, TV shows. Okay, I'm gonna have to look into it because I think I do follow someone that has a collection of those. I done learned something new today. Okay. So this is the Real Techniques 405 brush. It's pretty much the same brush compared to the 402 brush. It's just smaller. And I'm going to use that one and just tap across my cheekbones. And this is going to help just add some warmth back into the look and also just pop out those cheekbones. And with my bronzer, I don't take it no further where the edge of my eye, so the outer corner of my eye, that's where I stop it. So we start at the high point of the cheekbone and we're gonna stop right there on the outer corner of the eye. And the reason why I'm stopping there is if we go further down, it is gonna drag the face down. So we wanna just keep it in that one area. And I'm just using tapping motions. I am an iPhone person. I am Team Apple. I used to be Team Android back in the day. I think like like when I was young, my first couple of phones, I think. I don't think I got an iPhone until maybe what, high school maybe? Maybe high school. And I'm just going to, now what I will say is when it comes to laptops, I'm a Dell girl all day long. Laptops, Dell, HP. When it comes to my laptops, I don't have like a MacBook or anything like a MacBook because I'm just so used to Windows. I like the Windows processing system. So I will say I'm not Apple when it comes to my laptop. And I just love how that just warms up the face. And it's like, yeah, I like that. I like that. So same thing, we're just tapping the bronzer in that same area. And like, if you're not super big on blush, you can use the bronzer kind of like as a blush kind of sort of at the same time. So if you didn't want to go in with blush, you could have the bronzer. So any cream products that you put on your face, you always want to make sure you go back and set it with the powder. So I'm going to use the Beauty Brownie Bar. I know y'all probably are tired of me using this Beauty Brownie Bar, but I just love this product so much. I do have my eyes on the Juvia's Place and the MAC I think it's the MAC set that has different bronzers that I do want to try out. So I'm going to take the warmest shade in the middle, dust off any excess because this is very pigmented. And I'm just going to go back over those same places that I put the cream product on my cheeks. So I'm just lightly tapping that in the same areas. And we're also going to do the same thing with the nose as well. So I'm going to go back in with the angled brush that I use to sculpt out my nose and take a little bit of that, dip that into the bronzer, dust off any excess. And that's a lot. And we're going to do the same thing. We're just going to go back over the places where we put the cream product. And again, I'm not going to take it no further down the middle portion of my nose. And just lightly tap that all over. Yeah, I don't know. I told myself maybe eventually I'll get a MacBook, or just so that way I can have like all Apple products. But honestly, like, I don't know. I've been so used to it. And then I just grew up using like a Dell or HP for my computer. So I don't know. I probably will continue to stick to that. So now the face is almost done. I do need to, I want to set before I go into my eyes. I think I'm going to set before I go into the eyes. So to set the foundation, I'm going to first go in with the Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Setting Spray. I'm going to use this one first. And this spray, you definitely do have to blend it in, because if you let it just dry, and y'all, it's a piece of hair on my cheek. There we go. So with this one, I shake it up first before I spray it. And I'm real generous with this product. I spray it all over the face. And it just smells so good. Like, I feel so luxurious when I spray this spray on. Like, it smells so good. And y'all, I got my fan tonight. So I'm going to take my fan on the highest setting. And I'm just going to fan that spray to dry it down. And I'm also going to take my foundation brush at the same time to press it in, because if we do not press this spray in, you will see like little tiny water droplets all over your makeup. And that is so annoying. Like, you don't want to do all that work and then have those little tiny droplets all over your face. So, and then also this does help to like just further blend everything together, going back over it with your foundation brush. And I feel like it just brings everything together and melts it together. And then I'm going to follow up with the One Size On Till Dawn. This is a mattifying setting spray. This setting spray, you definitely want to follow the instructions. It says to shake it well before you apply it and hold it 10 to 12 inches away from your face, because this product is strong. Woo! It's strong. It's definitely going to hold the makeup in place. Whew. But it does smell good though. It does smell good. All right, so now we got our base done and we're gonna move on to the eyes. Before I do my eye makeup, I am going to further set my brows in place. So I'm gonna go back in with the Laura Mercier translucent powder. This is the original translucent. And I'm gonna go back in with the same fluffy eyeshadow brush that we started with to pick up some more powder and just set the brows in place. And then also too, like if you felt like you made your eyebrows too dark, if you go back in with the translucent powder, that will lighten them up a little bit too as well. So not only does it set it in place, but it can just lighten it up a little bit, lighten the product up. So now our eyebrows are in place. They are not gonna go anywhere. So now let's move on to our eye look. So tonight, I think I do want to play in some glitter tonight. I think I want to play in glitter. So I do need to give myself a eyeshadow base. And tonight I'm going to use the Juvia's Place. This is the Prep and Prime eyeshadow base in the color shade number 1. You should do vlogs too. I do have some vlogs. I did do a mini vlogmas. I do have some vlogs on my channel. And yes, I definitely do want to vlog more in 2025. I did experiment with that a little bit towards the end of this year. Vlogging, it's so fun, but it's different. Like, it is different. Just because you're in front of a camera, pretty much just being yourself. So it's like, not really thinking about what you're doing, just being yourself, but like also knowing you on camera and you're gonna put this out for everybody to see. So I've been kind of like not being as nervous when it comes to doing the vlogs. So I've been enjoying it. So definitely check out the vlogs that I do have on my channel already. I do have a vlog playlist. So I'm just gonna take a little bit of this product and place it on my eyelids. A little bit of this product goes a long way, so you don't need a lot. And literally, that was a lot right there itself. So I'm just going to use that for both of my eyes. And I'm going to take a flat eyeshadow brush to blend that out. So I'm going to take, this is a Real Techniques 308 brush. It's a flat brush. And I'm going to use that to blend out that eyeshadow base all over the eyelid, because a little bit does go a long way with this product. Yeah, and that too. Like, that was like my biggest fear when it came to vlogging. It's like, people are going to be looking at me like, why is this girl talking to a camera? Like, what is she doing? But honestly, a lot of people that see me doing that, they think it's so cool. They ask me like what I'm doing it for. So it does spark up conversation for sure. And 9 times out of 10, the average person, they're not even really looking at you. Like, if anything, they're thinking that you look cool when you do it, and they'll most likely ask you, what you're doing it for. But I do try my best when I am vlogging to not get other people in my vlog unless they want to be on my vlog. And when I say other people, I'm talking about like my friends and family. I definitely do not get strangers in my vlog. Now, sometimes, people are unfortunately in the video. Like, if you're doing like a B-roll, like let's say you go to a restaurant and you're trying to show the restaurant. I mean, obviously, people are going to get in it, but I don't try to like invade anybody's space and like make them feel like I'm recording them. Because I did have an experience one time where someone thought I was recording them. They didn't say anything to me, but I could just tell by like how they were looking at me. They thought I was recording them. And I'm like, my people do not want to see you. They do not know you. You're not being recorded. So before I go in with any eyeshadow, I am going to set the eyeshadow base in place. So I'm going to go back in with the translucent setting powder. And I'm going to do a light layer of that and dust that on my eyelids so that way I can set that in place. And this is just going to make the eyeshadow show up a whole lot better, and it's going to make it long lasting as well. Okay. And for my eyeshadow tonight, I'm going to do like a neutral look. I don't know if I'm going to do a cut crease. Probably just like a fake cut crease tonight. So the first color, I'm going to go in with my favorite eyeshadow. I've been hitting pan on this. This is the Kano eyeshadow. It's like a beautiful light brown. And this is in the Warrior by Juvia's Place palette. This eyeshadow palette is my favorite eyeshadow palette. It's perfect for beginners as well, if you want to experiment with different eyeshadow looks. And I'm just going to take, this is a Real Techniques. Real Techniques need to sponsor me. I love their brushes. Real Techniques Essential Crease Brush. The 310 brush. And I'm just going to dab that into the eyeshadow. Tap off any excess. And I'm going to place that. This is going to be my crease brush. Wow, me actually using a brush for what it's meant for. I'm going to use this in my crease and just... I'm going to do light patting motions to build up the intensity of this color. So I'm just placing that literally. You can call this, what store do you think is better? Oh, that's a tough, it's not a tough question. So I love Sephora and Ulta. I love both of them. Do I shop at Ulta a little bit more than Sephora? Yes, I do. But that's just because, You can find so many products. Like me personally, I feel like I find so many products at Ulta than at Sephora. Like I feel like certain products, and I know they do that. It's certain brands that you will only find at Sephora that won't be at Ulta and vice versa. So I know they do that on purpose, but honestly, I will say I've had better, it really depends on where you're at. Like I've traveled to other places and I've had good experiences at Sephora. But me personally, I always have better customer service at Ulta than Sephora. And if I'm going into a Sephora, it's because I'm going in there for one or two specific items that I know aren't at Ulta. And I don't want to order it online and I'm just trying to get it. So but yes, I do like them both, but I guess what I'm saying without really saying it is, yeah, I am pretty much more biased to Ulta than Sephora. But I like both though, because I need things from both. Um, yeah, I mean, it really depends on where you at to be honest. But I feel like Ulta is a little bit more consistent with their customer service versus Sephora. That's just me personally. So now that I have the crease shade on, I'm just gonna do circular motions now to kind of buff it out. And this will help so that way I don't have like any harsh lines. So I'm just doing circular motions to kind of blend that out all over the crease. Oh, Chick-fil-A hands down. I mean, love Chick-fil-A. Love Chick-fil-A a lot. I really, like one thing I've always wondered is what is Chick-fil-A's training process? Because their customer service is on point. It doesn't matter what time of the day you go, what day of the week you go, what city, what state you're in. Chick-fil-A is consistent everywhere. So like I really want to know because I've worked in fast food before myself. So I just always wanted to know like what was the training process that they put the people through because they're always service with a smile. I love it. I love going to Chick-fil-A. So I think I'm going to do more like a light tannish shade on the lid for my glitter because that's going to be the base. So I'm going to use, it looks like it's more Remy. This is it's like a light tan glitter shade. I'm going to use that on the lid of my eyelid. And I'm going to use the e.l.f. eyeshadow C brush. So it's like a shape of a C, nice and flat. Perfect for doing like a cut crease or just applying eyeshadow to, you had some today. What did you get from Chick-fil-A? I feel like I always get the same thing from Chick-fil-A and it doesn't matter. Like I get like maybe one or two different things, but literally only those one or two different things. So I'm just gonna tap off the excess and I'm gonna do like a fake cut crease. So I'm pretty much just going to stamp the eyeshadow all over the lid. I'm gonna stamp this all over the eyelid and I'm pretty much gonna take it up and meet the transition shade so that way it kind of looks like I did a cut crease without actually having to go in and do an actual cut crease. Ooh, and definitely be careful, y'all, because I got a little bit of eyeshadow fallout underneath my eyes. So that's why it's so important to tap off the excess of your brushes. And honestly, I might have to just go back in with powder because, yeah, I don't want to swipe that because you'll be able to see it. It's not too bad, but it's all good. Spicy chicken sandwich, large fry, large lemonade. That sounds like a boy's meal all day long. Like all of like boys that I work with, and like my brother, like they always get spicy chicken sandwich, large fry, large like I don't know. Is that like a guy's meal? But I haven't had the spicy chicken sandwich. I haven't had the spicy chicken sandwich. I never had it. I heard it's delicious, but I haven't had it before. So I'm going to go back in with the brush that I used to do my transition shade. And I'm just going to do circular motions to go over where the glitter eyeshadow and the brown eyeshadow meet. And that's going to help blend everything together. So that way it doesn't look like I just stamped that color right on my eyelid. So it kind of blends it out like that. Kind of blends it together. And I'm going to do the same thing on the other eye. So I'm going to go back in to that glitter shade and using the flat brush, I'm going to press that into the eyeshadow and tap off all the excess so we don't have any eyeshadow fallout. And I'm going to place that all over the eyelid. And I'm going to go in with a little bit more just so that way I can have, you won't want to go back to, okay. I might have to try it. It's about to be 2025. I guess I got to step out of the comfort zone and try something new. So I'm going to try next time I go to Chick-fil-A to get the spicy chicken sandwich. Because I've never had it. I've never had it, but I've heard people say, like, yeah, they love the spicy chicken sandwich. So I'm going to have to try it. I'm going to have to try it. Because I love the original. I mean, it's nothing that can beat the original. So I'm going to have to put it to the test and see. Because I like the original and I like the club too. So we're going to have to see. And I'm going to go back in with the fluffy brush that I use to do my transition shade to blend out any harsh edges that I may have. We're doing fabulous on time, y'all. Fabulous. I'm doing really, really good on time. So, all right. And to add a little bit of more pizzazz to this look, I'm gonna add some glitter eyeshadow pigment. Just a little bit, not too much, because I don't want to give like 2016 prom, but I do want to add just a smidget of glitter, just a smidget. Let's see. So this is the J. La Rue Cosmetics glitter pigment. This is in the pigment white gold. And hopefully I don't make a mess. Woo! I know y'all can't see it, but a whole bunch of glitter just bursted out of this. Oh my goodness, it's glitter everywhere. It's glitter all on my hand. Oh my gosh. It's glitter everywhere. Everywhere. Oh my gosh, it's glitter everywhere. At this point, I might as well just use what's on my finger because, y'all, it's glitter everywhere. I have on black sweatpants and it's glitter all over my sweatpants. It's glitter all over my hands. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. So I'm just gonna take the same eyeshadow brush and we're gonna wipe this glitter off of my finger. Oh my gosh, like I don't know why I did that, but it's glitter everywhere, oh Lord. So I'm just gonna take the glitter that I got on the brush and just lightly tap that over the eyelid. Where I placed the shimmer eyeshadow at. And that's gonna give us the extra razzle dazzle. Oh my goodness, y'all. I got glitter all over the hands. But that's why you always gotta have a makeup wipe on deck. Always gotta have the makeup wipes handy, so. Cause we not even finished. I still gotta do lashes, mascara. So y'all bear with me for a moment as I get this off of my fingers the best way I can. And see, I did good because I was about to put on what I was actually going to wear for this evening. And I'm so glad I did not do that because that would have been a big old mess. So glad I didn't do that. And so glad I started early because now I got time to clean this glitter up that I done got all over my pants and on my shirt. But it's all good. So this is what we are looking like so far. And I think for the lip, should it be nude? I don't know. I'm thinking I should do a nude lip. I don't know. We'll see. But it's definitely giving nude just because of everything else. So tonight, I think Do I have any lashes? Or do I want to use lash clusters? Y'all, I forgot to go get me some new lashes. So I may have to do lash clusters tonight, which is fine. So I'm going to use the Velux Extended. This is some eyelash cluster duo lash cluster glue. And I'm going to use, these are some eyelash clusters that I got from Amazon. I'm going to use those tonight because I don't have any regular lashes. So y'all about to get a semi, oh my goodness. And it got glitter all in there. Y'all, I just spilled glitter everywhere, but it's okay. I'm going to clean it up later once I finish. So these are the Alpha, I don't know how to actually pronounce it. It looks like Alphonse lashes. I do have a full tutorial of these like on my channel, but I really do love these lashes. I think I'm going to reorder these ones, but there were some VI's beauty lashes that I saw that came out that I think I want to get as well. But these are what the lashes look like. You get like 3 different styles, and they range from 60p to 100p. So I think I'm going to use the 80p. I'm going to go in the middle and use the 80p, and I think I'm going to keep it, I think I'm going to do 14. Do I have enough 14s, enough 12s? Yeah, I'm going to have to do some mixture. I'm going to have to mix it up. So the first thing that I'm going to do, won't you get Dollar Tree fake lashes? I have never bought lashes from them before. I didn't know they sell lashes. I'm gonna have to look into that because I mean, hey, I can make it work. But I've never bought, I don't think I've ever seen lashes in there before. I'll have to see. I would have to see. I don't know. But the first thing I'm gonna do is take the Bond side and I'm just gonna apply that to my lashes. Before I do that, I'm gonna take a spoolie brush first to just brush through my lashes. Make sure that they're all going in like the same direction. So I like to brush through them first, and then I'm gonna take the Bond, and the Bond looks like a mascara. And I'm just gonna apply that. And I like to work in sections, so I do the outer portion first, and then do the inner corner. And I really want to try the new VI's Beauty self-adhesive. So like they have some lashes that they came out with where the adhesive is already on the lash cluster. So I'm really excited about trying those out to see how they are. So I think I'm going to start off with some 14s. And I probably will wind up taking these off in the morning. So I'm not even going to worry about trying to do 2 layers of glue. So I'm going to start off with a 14. And place that right underneath my lash. Boop. And I'm not gonna lie, this is kind of hard to do on camera. See, I might have to use the lash glue because that Bond is not really sticking. So I might have to use the glue that actually comes with these lashes because that's what I was wondering. I was trying to use a glue that doesn't go with those lashes, but let me see. I do have some of the VI's Beauty Bond, so I'm going to use that one instead because that other one is not sticking. And we cannot not have the lashes sticking, so. Yeah, that came off way too easily. So I'm going to go back in with the VI's Beauty Bond and apply that. Like a mascara. Whew. Not me ripping the lash. And I'm gonna apply that one to the outer corner. We're gonna try this again. Oh no, why is this one not sticking? There we go. I normally put bond on the lashes too, but the only reason why I'm not putting them on the lashes is because I'm gonna take them off as soon as I get back home. So I don't want a lot of product on there. And that first eyelash that I put on was a 16. So now I'm gonna go in with some 14s. And I guess you could say I'm doing like a cat eye look. So I'm doing longer lengths on the outer corner and then shorter lengths as I get closer to the inner corner. And I just love how natural the lash clusters look versus doing like a strip lash, because you can make them very customizable to your own eye shape. And so far we got a 16 and two 14s. And now I'm going back in with some more of the bond. And I'm going to work on the inner corner now. And you also, to make this look a little bit more thicker, you could go in with like some eyeliner before you apply this. But I think just so that way it doesn't mess up with the eyelash application, probably no eyeliner, maybe eyeliner like underneath, like on the bottom waterline is what I'm probably gonna do. So I think I'm gonna do one more 14 and then I'm gonna do some 12s on the very, very inner corner. So for my lash map, I did 16, 14, 14, 14. So 3 14s, a 16, and then a 12. It doesn't mess with my real lashes because I do use like an actual lash remover, which has like an oil base to it to get the lashes off. And then also it just takes practice. Like I've been probably putting on lashes for a couple years now, so it's taken some practice. But these type of lashes, I just started wearing these type of lashes this year. And it just takes practice. I haven't gotten the glue in my eye before, but I know it can happen if you're just not careful. It looks so pretty. Y'all, like ever since I started doing the lash clusters, I just love how they look. Like, and I'm not gonna say they're super duper easy to apply because it did take me a couple of times of applying them before I actually got it right. And even me doing these on live, like this is a lot in itself. Oh my goodness, no wonder I picked up some 10s and I thought I had 12s in my hand, but it's okay. I mean, I'm gonna have to roll with it now. So I accidentally did 16, 14, 14, 14, 10, 10. I skipped the 12. I don't know how I did that, but it's all good. It's not that big of a dramatic difference. And it's actually better that I did the 10s because they're so short and they're not poking me in my inner corner. And normally I would go in with the seal, but like I said, I'm gonna wind up taking these off anyway when I get back home. So I'm not gonna seal them. But if let's say I wasn't doing my makeup and I was just doing eyelashes, I would go in and seal them so that way. But then again, you never know. If I get to crying or something, you know what, I'm gonna seal it. I'm gonna seal it. Because I just thought about that. If I get to crying, what if my lash start falling? That would be so embarrassing. So we're gonna seal it. We're gonna seal it. Now with the seal, I have accidentally gotten the seal in my eye before and it didn't burn, which was good because I expected it to burn because it's a sealant. So they do formulate these products to be safe to use around your eyes, which I do appreciate that. So I'm just taking the seal and going on the band and trying my best not to get it in my eye. And the seal is gonna lock everything in place. Happy New Year! Happy New Year! Enjoy your new year! Okay, now we got the seal on. And I'm going to dry that seal. Woo! Try not to get it in my eye. Ooh, much love to your people, to your family. Happy New Year. Okay. So now that eye is done. So we're going to repeat the same thing on the other eye. So this is what one eye looks like with the lashes on versus the other eye. And this time I'm going to go ahead and just pull out the lashes that I want to use. That way it's easier for me to do. So I'm going to pull out a 16. I have a 16. And then we're going to do 3 14s. And then since I went in with 10s, I'm just going to stick with it and do 2 10s on the ends. And I'm going to take my bond and apply that to the outer corner. And I'm going to apply the 16 first. And then go in with my 14s. And I hope Miss Kaya sees this because I definitely went live for her tonight. And I'm so sad that I did not get to talk to her before the new year. But Miss Kaya, whenever you do watch this back, I definitely hope that you have a happy new year with you and your family. Whenever you do get a chance to check this out. And now I'm moving on to the 14s. And I'm going to go back in with a little bit more of the bond. Yeah, I'm just super duper excited for 2025. So excited. I did start writing down like my well, I did do a good list of like what I want to accomplish for 2025. But I am gonna like really review that in the morning as well, just to make sure that I have everything set in stone the way I want it to be. And I think I actually am gonna need another 14 before I do those 10s. So now I'm gonna work on the inner corner. And I'm gonna apply my 10s. I keep on dropping it. Oh my goodness. I feel like this side is really obvious that I did a smaller length. Oh wow. Oh no, it's not too bad. So now we gotta go ahead and seal in this other side, and we are almost done, y'all. It's 7 o'clock, almost 6:54. I did so good on time, because that's something that I'm trying to work on in the new year too. Not taking forever to get myself together. So we just gonna tap the seal. Ooh, got it in my eye. But it's okay, because I could just dry it. And see, there I go. I was getting excited and then I got this seal in my eye, but it's okay. It's okay. I'm so glad that it doesn't burn, because oh my gosh, that would be so tragic. And I think I'm gonna take some mousse. So if you have like an old synthetic wig that you're reviving, and let's say that it is a little tangled up, all you have to do is take some mousse and go over it, and you'll be able to get out any tangles. So that's what I'm gonna do for like the back of the wig. Just take some mousse and go through it, so that way I can comb through it and it won't be tangled anymore. All right, so this is what the eye look is looking like. And now we're gonna move on to the lips. And I think I'm gonna do a nude, ooh. I think I'm gonna do a nude lip look tonight for you all. Let me see. I'll go in with this one and then do that one. Okay. Y'all, I don't know where my lip liner sharpener went to. But I'm going to use, this is the NYX Matte Lip Liner in the color Club Hopper. It's kind of like a deep burgundy. And I'm going to just take that and outline my lips. And I just love using this shade. Sometimes I use the chocolate brown, but I really do like how this color comes out. And I'm going to go on the upper lip. Ooh, everything. And this is the, ooh, my nose running. This is the Mary Kay Matte Liquid Lipstick in the color Modern Nude. It's like a pink nude color. And I'm just gonna take that in the center of the lip and just blend that together. And then I'm gonna go over top of it with the Juvia's Place. This is the Coffee Shop Lip Gloss in Cream de Caco. And I'm gonna use that to bring some gloss into the look. Oh, and it smells like coffee. And I don't have one right in front of me, but I am going to take a clear lip gloss and go all over top of it so that way I can seal everything in place. Yeah, I don't see my clear lip gloss. So this is the final result of this hair and makeup look for New Year's Eve. Thanks for joining in with my Get Ready With Me tonight. You guys, I really just do hope that you guys are having a wonderful New Year's Eve and that you have an amazing 2025. And of course, just thank you for continuing to support my channel. And y'all, like, we ready to go into 2025. So I hope that you guys have a good evening and I will catch you guys later. Bye.